Campus might be closed due to the coronavirus, but that's not stopping criminals from breaking into student housing. Hi, Tar Heels. I'm Jasmine Bunch.
And I'm Kennedy Bird. The UNC community comes together to provide critical equipment to members of the medical community treating the virus. We've got those stories and more in today's edition of Carolina Now. We begin with the latest on the coronavirus and its impact on the Tar Heel State. According to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, there have been 3,651 confirmed cases. 398 people are currently being treated in the hospital, and there are 65 deaths linked to the virus. Governor Roy Cooper is expected to sign an executive order this week to fast-track childcare and make more bed space available in hospitals.
After vacating campus amid coronavirus concerns, some students' belongings remain in the residence halls. These students may now have the added worry of if their things will be there once they return. The UNC community received an Alert Carolina about a series of burglaries to Rams Village Residence Hall on Monday. UNC police have identified the suspect as Marquise Mann. Student Dontavia Smith noticed the suspect on campus over the weekend.
I had stepped outside at like 11 p.m. the night before my stuff had got stolen. And as I was coming off of the elevator to go outside, he was getting on the elevator, but I didn't pay it no mind. But then the next day they was like, yeah, this is the guy. And I was like, dang, I seen that guy last night.
The suspect is wanted for 3 felony counts of breaking and entering. He is not affiliated with UNC. UNC police encourages students to follow the recommended safety tips. Always lock your door and considering purchasing a small personal safe or footlocker to store valuables. They are urging anyone who sees the suspect on campus to call 911. From worrying about break-ins on campus to handling online classes, Kennedy, how has your transition been?
You know, Jasmine, my transition's been pretty smooth with online classes and a new schedule, but we wanted to know how you are handling the transition. Our Julian Berger logged onto Zoom to check in with UNC students and faculty.
I'm lucky that I have students who are patient with me. I'm not known for my technological capabilities. So it's like yesterday, instead of leaving the breakout rooms, I hit leave the meeting and I kicked everybody out of class apparently. So it's been a little bit interesting. Thankfully, they have a sense of humor as well. And we're just making do as we go. It's a day-by-day thing.
The hardest part has probably been transitioning to learning from online lectures instead of being able to interact with the professors. A lot of my classes were large lectures anyway, but it was still a lot easier to learn the material when they were there to gauge who's understanding and who's not.
I would say that my transition to Zoom classes hasn't been great. I have a lot of anxiety about speaking up in class, which is kind of hard because my professors still require participation and attendance, and like trying to juggle my family relations at home and then taking my classes on Zoom. It's been pretty stressful.
I am in the news, like a reporting class, so that's kind of been a transition, being not able to interview people, and also I prefer to learn in person. That's just my learning style, so that's been a little tricky.
It has been easier to get up for classes in the morning because you don't have to get up and get to campus. And it's nice to be able to kind of take things on your own time if you have other things going on in your life that you need to work class around.
We've heard about the shortage of PPE for medical workers on the front lines of the coronavirus battle. A group of UNC medical students found a creative way to help out. The students say they wanted to do something after their clinical rotations were canceled. That's when they decided to create face shields. The students partnered with Beam Makerspace, a company with the infrastructure in place to mass produce face shields. There are more than 40,000 shields being produced. The shields will be distributed to healthcare workers across the state who are treating coronavirus patients.
Sports might be canceled due to COVID-19, but there's a big sports announcement for Tar Heel athletics. The NCAA announced that UNC Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham will join the Division I Men's Basketball Committee starting in September. He will replace Duke Athletics Director Kevin White on the committee. The members supervise all 68 teams in the NCAA and are responsible for the experience of players, coaches, administrators, and fans. Cunningham is the first UNC Athletic Director to join the committee. One UNC student went viral after being featured in a Now This video on Twitter.
Patsy Montesinos has the story.
UNC junior Chris Suggs is not just a student. he is also a well-known activist in his community of Kingston, North Carolina.
So particularly with all those issues going on in my community, it led me to starting a nonprofit organization called Kingston Teens to get young people involved in trying to find some solutions to those problems and just make a positive difference in the community.
5 years after starting the organization, it has gone viral after being featured on a Now This tweet that has over 1.2 million views. The video highlighted Suggs' effort to turn a rundown house into a neighborhood hub project, which he purchased with his own money.
And we began organizing volunteers and raising money to renovate the space and turn it into a safe space for young people in the community to come and hang out, do homework, get involved in different positive activities, and just really be a fun and engaging space for the youth in the community.
Suggs was not only recognized by Twitter users, but also Governor Roy Cooper and Rock Nation, owned by Jay-Z.
So it just means so much to have so many, influential people and so many people, influential or not, from all across the world who are learning about what we're doing in our small town of Kinston, North Carolina.
Suggs is currently the president of the Black Student Movement and is newly elected to be senior class president for the upcoming year. He says he aspires to be the president of the United States one day. Reporting in Chapel Hill, Patsy Montesinos.
It's always great to end a show with a positive story.
Yeah, I agree. We definitely need it in this time. Well, that does it for this edition of Carolina Now. Julian Berger and Patsy Montesinos join us with a look at what's coming up on Carolina Ahora.
Hola, Jasmine. El coronavirus impacta a Latinoamérica y mi pueblo planea una noche latina por Zoom.
Y mucho más. Esto es Carolina Ahora. Muy buenas tardes, Tar Heel. Soy Patsy Montesinos.
Y soy Julián Berger. Bogotá implementará una cuarentena a base de género para prevenir el coronavirus. La alcaldesa Claudia López anunció la medida este miércoles. Entre el 13 y el 26 de abril, las mujeres podrán salir de sus casas para realizar funciones esenciales en días que tengan fechas pares. Por otro lado, los hombres podrán hacer lo mismo en fechas de números impares. La medida no se implica a trabajadores esenciales, personas en busca de cuidado médico, personas que cuiden a mayores de 70 años y dueños de mascotas que se dirijan a veterinarios. La semana pasada, Panamá y Perú implementaron medidas similares del control de multitudes.
La Alcaldía Municipal de San Salvador acordó el martes exigir el uso de mascarillas como una medida de prevención ante el brote de coronavirus en El Salvador. El ayuntamiento asegura que la disposición no contempla sanciones para quien incumpla la medida y ya que el propósito es prevenir que las personas estén en riesgo de contagio. Además, el alcalde Ernesto Muchado dijo que la dependencia ha comprado 75,000 mascarillas que van a ser distribuidas entre los ciudadanos, principalmente en zonas donde hay aglomeraciones como los mercados, para reducir el riesgo de un posible contagio.
El coronavirus está causando tristeza, especialmente para los seniors, pero el Carolina Latinx Center tiene una solución. Ellos están pidiendo a los seniors mandando un video de 10 a 15 segundos, hablando sobre sus memorias de la universidad. El centro está planeando de cómo conmemorar a los seniors de una manera virtual. Se puede mandar el video al correo unc.clc@gmail.com. El plazo para mandar videos es el 17 de abril.
Y ahora tenemos a Fabiola Torres. Fabiola, ¿qué me puedes decir sobre el evento de mi pueblo este fin de semana?
¿Se encuentran aburridos o sin energía? Les tengo la solución. Este sábado, empezando a las 9:30 de la noche, se va a llevar a cabo una noche latina por Zoom. Este evento es patrocinado por mi pueblo UNC, con la esperanza que te puedas desestresar, al igual reunirte una vez más para cantar, bailar y gozar en familia. Para asistir al evento, sigan el link de Zoom que estará publicado en todas las redes sociales de mi pueblo UNC.
No sé de ti, Julián, pero yo sí estaré presente al Zoom Latin Night.
Claro que sí, Patsy, listo para el perreo. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros.
Y recuerda sintonizar el próximo viernes para más noticias.